I'm Carrie. This is Ziggy. This is my van Ursula. She's a 2016 Ram ProMaster 136 wheelbase 1500. I got the idea to get the van after the pandemic started. I was born and raised on a boat, so I was used to small spaces and I was pretty sure it was something I could do. I did a lot of research and then started building it at the end of the year. I did the build myself. I had a little bit of background in construction because I built a villa in the Virgin Islands with my family and it helped out a lot. It also made it more manageable for me to afford this. I could have never bought this out of pocket. It's also fit to me perfectly for what my needs are. This is what I came up with. This is my entryway. I have a light switch here because I wanted to be able to come in and be able to turn on the lights right away. A fun little bottle opener. A nice table so I could like have some cheese and crackers, have some friends over, maybe work from here when the weather is nice. And then I put a little outlet here if I need to plug anything in to power like some outdoor lights or something fun like that, maybe a projector for the van. I opted to put the bench seat on this side because I enjoy the openness that you have when the door is open. So this is my Airhead composting toilet. It's just on these slides. I went with the Airhead for a few reasons. It's a little smaller than the Nature's Head, so I was able to make a bench that is a little more comfortable to sit because my feet touch the floor. I enjoyed that you could pull out the liquid part separately and not have to open the whole thing. And these are 300-pound slides and support the weight perfectly. I went with the smaller ProMaster so I could fit in a parking spot, but because of that, it's not a lot of living space, so I chose to go with swivel seats on both of these that I installed myself because when it really opens up the space and I could entertain maybe on a rainy day and have a couple more people. I only have two 100 amp hour batteries and I run a lot of things off of that, including this Dometic fridge, which is amazing. And I definitely opted to have the freezer space because I need ice on the daily. I can go about a week with this. I mean, day one of the shopping, it's pretty jam-packed. I try to stick to the basket to make sure I don't get too much, but don't go shopping hungry is all I gotta say. Starting in my kitchen, we've got the Van Lifer fruit basket, you know, this is a must. And then the magnet strip for my knives and all of my utensils, some scissors. I also have my WeBoost set up here, which helps like for boosting my cell signal. I went with this 2-burner propane stove just to kind of take some pressure off of my batteries because it's running my lights and my refrigerator and a few other things, water pump and whatever. And I really like having the 2 burners because you can kind of have 2 things going at the same time, which is nice. Some Ikea Storage right here. I went with this mermaid tile backsplash because I love mermaids. This is Ursula that we're in and I don't know, it's just cute. I haven't had any cracking on this at all. I use like a kind of a special grout and mortar. All right, so I've got some dry storage up here. These bins are great for kind of trying to organize myself. Over here, more like jars, and then I have my electrical controls over, and then baby wipes, right? I made all of my hardware out of leather. It was really easy, it was inexpensive, and I love that I can knock it and not like get a giant bruise. But this was a really good option and I was able to match the entire van and I like the vibe of it too. I made my countertop standard size and I included a toe kick so I could feel comfortable like doing my dishes and working here, and I'm really happy with that idea. Then I have my drawers here with just like silverware and, you know, a lot of stuff that probably doesn't go in a normal person's drawers. The bottom 2 I have on these baby locks. It works with a magnet and the latch opens and I just have like bowls and silverware. Under here is my trash can. I love this thing because it's out of sight, it's really accessible, and then I just have all my cleaning stuff under there. I have a water pump, which is nice. I want to be able to wash my face or do dishes without having to pump something. So got water on demand here. I went with a soap container so there's nothing flying around on the countertops when I'm driving, and it's just always very accessible. This can turn into my dining room, basically. I've got a pull-out table. I can come out to about here, but this is great for like eating or working from. It's like a good level, and it's on these sliders that lock into place so that when I brake too hard, it doesn't fly out. I also wanted to have access to my garage space from here, so I built in this door, a little extra clothing space here, but if it's raining or the weather's bad, it's nice. I can pull stuff out and not have to go out from the back side. I chose to go with a fixed bed in the garage because I knew myself I wasn't going to make my bed every day and I was going to lose that storage. I'm really happy with that decision. I have the cutouts, so it's actually 6 feet exactly side to side, and this is a full-size bed. It didn't have to be cut down at all, and it's very, very comfortable. Probably the most comfortable bed I've ever owned. I decided to go with the cabinets in the back despite losing the head space, because I did grow up on a boat. I realized how important storage space is. So I learned within a couple weeks not to hit my head on this, and I'm happy I have the space. I use these packing cubes a lot just to kind of stay organized, because you can pull them out and put them in without having to pull everything out. I also have two ceiling fans, and I went with the two ceiling fans to circulate air in here. So I'll put one to pull air in and one to push it out, and it keeps it nice and cool. It's also nice to have for Ziggy because he can be in here for a little bit and the temperature remains the same. I don't have like any kind of screen in here, so I did put in this window shade here, and then I have a little magnet for a tiny projector. So if I want to, I can just put my pillows on this side and watch like a film or something fun. Nate Murphy video. So I put the electrical on this side. I have two Battleborn 100 amp hour batteries, a 3000 watt inverter, and I charge with a DC-DC charger as well when the car is running. And then on the top I have two 90 watt solar panels, so 180. I'm never really lacking for power. That's really efficient. Then I always travel with my tools because I built this and I can't not have it. A bunch of tools, skateboard, art stuff. And then here we have my 21-gallon freshwater tank, and I chose to do this so that they would be evenly weighted. I also went with a standard size propane tank. It lasts a long time. I put in this outdoor camp shower. It hooks up with quick connects directly to my water tank and to my propane, so I can take like a quick shower out here. Don't often do that. I usually use Planet Fitness. Thanks for checking out my van. If you guys want to follow along with our adventures, you can find me at Carrie Lynn Conrad. So maybe we'll see you out on the road.
I hope you enjoyed that video. If you hadn't noticed, we do sell an ebook for how to convert a van. It has over 190 pages of detailed instructions and diagrams, also 25 video tutorials which are specifically for the ebook buyer. Creating a van for many people is obviously a really intimidating project, but I really believe, and I've seen it time and time and time again, that with the right information, anyone can turn out with a pretty decent van conversion. So check the link in the description, subscribe to the channel if you are not already, and drop us a comment if you like this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.